Classics Hound is a very cool figure. From the Classics line, he definitely holds up even to modern standards. He has a lot of nice detailing and very little clear plastic used, as well as fully pinned wheels and really cool accessories and storage for that accessory. I'm a big fan of the shade of green he has and the way that his weapon folds over and all the detail put into that front section of his Jeep mode. It just looks really good. On top of that, he has a removable Ravage accessory that has flipped down kind of holder pegs. And I love that. The fact that they just flip down is really nice. Ravage is a little basic. It's literally like the most bare bones cassette tape that we've ever gotten. And that's fine. Hound is about modern deluxe scale, standing pretty well against things like Starscream, Machine Worth Hoist, and Laserfire. And by that, I just mean he looks good with other modern deluxes. It means he really is timeless. Getting Hound transformed is pretty easy. He's not the most complicated thing there is. I just want to remove that and then fold these seats down, which I really like, and they kind of do something similar on Classics Bumblebee, which I think is cool. And then just pull and extend the whole back end here. Flip these parts up, separate here, and fold up what will be the feet. Now, you'll notice he doesn't really have, like, heels. It's very empty back here, but he's really sturdy. And then this piece comes down and flips up. That'll form the waist. These wheels come down and out. They are tabbed in. There we go. Pull the arms down and flip them out on these white sections here. Just flip out. And then fold this back. You want to push this back kind of as far as it goes. And then fold the whole thing over itself and bring his head up. You can tuck this piece up, it's back here, you can tuck it up, and then flip out his hands. And I think, oh, hang on, do we got everything there? There it goes, there it clicks into place. Bring that back up. Alright. Adjust that, and then you can bring these wheels, fold them around and in, kind of just bring them back here, over his shoulders, and there we go. Now, you can take the little Hound shoulder gun, and it sort of has a spot to go right there. Right there. It doesn't fit in there very well. It doesn't, like, tab in super well. It just kind of rests, which is a little unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. It's a good-looking Hound figure, though. I mean, for what it is, he's very, like, nice looking. I'll say that. He has very good proportions. I like the fact he has, like, these really cool ankle tilts here. So we'll set him aside. And his accessory, or one of his accessories, is Ravage. So you just want to swivel these down and fold the legs out. And then fold that piece. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. There's a tail piece. Flip out the tail and then fold these in half. I think, no, there's no peg. There's no tab. Fold out the head, fold those in, and flip down the legs. And there you have Ravage. A pretty decent Ravage. I really like how wide they're able to get this Ravage, especially since it's the same size as a G1 Ravage. So if you have a G1 Soundwave, it does fit, or commemorative Soundwave, it does fit in there. I do not anymore. But yeah, pretty good little two-pack there. A little weird, but it does reference the, like, one of the first episodes of G1. So yeah, there we go. Hound and Ravage. Robot mode on Hound here looks absolutely fantastic. I adore how these two look, especially next to each other. Hound's head sculpt is accurate, if not a little simple here, but the articulation more than makes up for his smooth nature that stands out amongst some of his cohorts that were released in the Classics line. I especially love how the green and yellow on the arms really comes out here, the little military star on his pectoral. It looks really good. The white thighs made out of the car seats, that's so cool. I just really like the way this guy looks. All the details from vehicle mode are still here. Hound is amazing, and he does come with a weird dog. Like,
Ravage is okay. He's fine. He's a little simple. I mean, that's kind of the theme of this whole set, is simplicity. Hound is a little on the small side. Here he is with Laser Fire and Blast Wheel. Blast Wheel being based off of Swindle, who's based off Combiner Wars Hound. So you can kind of see the shrinkage that happened. People always say Deluxes got smaller, but Deluxes have always varied in size, and Hound is proof of that. That said, he is still very good. Just something to keep in mind.
Hound is very good at articulating for where he's from. He's from like 2006, 2005, and he has some really good posability on him. I'm going to start with Ravage, just because this is such a cool little thing. It fits in the original Soundwave if you have a G1 Soundwave. I think I mentioned it earlier, but the fact they were able to take that same size and be like, you know, how do we re-engineer that to make a better Ravage? Like, this is great. It also holds the G1 weapons, but he just has a hinge at the back leg, hinge here, hinge at the head, nothing in the upper shoulder, and then just little kicks right here. So not super posable, definitely maybe a little bit more posable than G1 Ravage. I don't know, I don't have that Beast Wars pack they released recently, so I don't know. This is the Ravage I have, as well as the Netflix one, but the Netflix one's garbage, so that one. Anyway, pretty posable. Hound. Yeah, this is gonna fall off. If you have this figure, you know how often this falls off. Mine even has a stress mark on it. He does have his little blaster. He can hold. It is 5mm compatible, and I know that because you can take a siege weapon, you can fit it right into Hound's hand. So he can work with any modern weapons from like the last like 5 or 6 years. He's incredible. Articulation is as such. He has a nice, very, very nice ball joint at the head, very emotive, if not a little simple, but very, very emotive. Ball joints at the shoulders, they go out that far, bicep swivel, 90 degrees at the elbow, no wrists, no waist, a little bit too advanced for this figure. Hips that go forward, about 90, back, about 90 as well. They go out. He has a thigh swivel, so that's pretty nice. It could go all the way around. This panel kind of gets in the way. A problem arises when you try bending his knee, because you realize his thighs are very short and his shins are very long, so there's him bending his knee as much as he can, and it doesn't really accomplish anything. It is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like, he lifts up his leg and bends his knee, and it almost is the same distance. It's kind of unfortunate. He does have forward and back at the ankles thanks to transformation, and he does have a very nice ankle pivot. This was back when animated was kind of coming around and ankle pivots were becoming a little bit more standard, and Hound's is very nice. It has this little filler piece in there. It's really good, and it feels like they might have looked at this figure a lot when they were doing some of the early Siege stuff. It feels like there's a lot of DNA from him in some of that stuff. Something that I like about him specifically, and the Bumblebee, is the seats turning into thighs. I think that's really cool. Little alternators, if not. But yeah, there he is. That's Hound's articulation. Pretty good, honestly, all things considered.
Rounding us out here, Hound does look good with fellow classics figures like Prowl and Mirage, Bumblebee and Cyclonus. Even though he is a little smooth, he doesn't have quite as greebly of a nature as someone like Prowl, but he's closer to Bumblebee and Mirage in that sense, where he has that smoothness. Despite that, he does look good with modern stuff. As I've said with other classics reviews like Mirage, these figures do look good with War for Cybertron stuff. Even Combiner Wars stuff here, like Laser Fire, he looks good with. I think Classics Hound is a good figure. If you're looking for something that's good and you want like a decent Ravage that comes with it, this is the set for you. Anyways, that's all for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. This has been Bots Obsession.